Spark AR Beta represents Meta's development platform that enables creators to design and publish augmented reality filters for Instagram and Facebook. The approval process is Instagram's quality control system that reviews submitted filters to ensure they meet community guidelines, technical specifications, and user experience standards before making them publicly available. This gatekeeping mechanism serves as both a quality assurance measure and a content moderation tool, typically taking anywhere from a few days to several weeks, depending on submission volume and filter complexity. Understanding this process is absolutely critical because even the most creative, technically sound AR filter won't reach your audience without approval. Many creators invest significant time developing filters only to face rejection due to preventable issues like improper asset optimization, policy violations, or technical errors. Knowing the requirements up front saves considerable time and frustration while increasing first-time approval rates. Consider a beauty brand launching a virtual makeup try-on filter. If they submit assets with excessively large file sizes or use copyrighted music without permission, Instagram will reject the filter regardless of its visual appeal. Similarly, a game developer creating an interactive face filter might face rejection if the experience doesn't work properly across different device specifications or violates Instagram's guidelines against misleading content. The approval process has sparked debate within the creator community. Some argue Instagram's review standards lack transparency, with similar filters receiving different outcomes and minimal feedback on rejections. Others appreciate the quality control, noting it prevents the platform from becoming oversaturated with low-quality or potentially harmful content. Meta has responded to criticism by gradually improving documentation and providing clearer rejection reasons, though many creators still find the process opaque. This approval stage directly influences every other aspect of AR filter creation. It determines how you prepare your assets, from file compression strategies to texture resolution choices. It affects your project timeline, requiring buffer time for potential revisions. It shapes your creative decisions, as you must balance artistic vision with platform restrictions. Understanding approval requirements from the beginning allows you to build compliance into your workflow, rather than treating it as an afterthought, ultimately creating a smoother path from concept to published filter that your target audience can actually access and enjoy. Understanding asset optimization is crucial when preparing augmented reality filters for Spark AR approval on Instagram. This concept refers to the technical process of refining and preparing your digital elements, including 3D models, textures, animations, and audio files, to meet Instagram's strict performance requirements while maintaining visual quality. The significance of proper asset optimization cannot be overstated, as it directly determines whether your filter will pass Instagram's review process and function smoothly across millions of diverse devices worldwide. Instagram enforces specific technical limitations to ensure filters load quickly and run without draining battery life or causing devices to overheat. Your entire effect must stay under a compressed file size of 4 megabytes, which requires strategic decision-making about every element you include. This constraint forces creators to balance creative ambition with technical efficiency, often leading to innovative solutions that wouldn't emerge otherwise. Consider a beauty filter that applies virtual makeup. Instead of using high-resolution texture maps that might consume 2 to 3 megabytes alone, successful creators compress their textures to 1/8 or 1/16 of the original size while using clever UV mapping techniques to maintain visual fidelity where users will notice it most. Another example involves 3D face accessories like virtual sunglasses. Rather than importing a model with thousands of polygons, experienced creators reduce geometry to under 1,000 triangles, while strategically placing detail where it matters most to the viewer's perception. Some creators argue that Instagram's restrictions stifle creativity and prevent them from realizing their full artistic vision. There's ongoing debate within the AR community about whether these limitations should be relaxed as mobile devices become more powerful. However, Instagram maintains these standards to ensure accessibility across all user devices, from the latest smartphones to older budget models, still widely used globally. Asset optimization connects intimately with other approval factors, including user experience and performance testing. Poorly optimized assets cause lag, stuttering, and crashes, immediate grounds for rejection. Furthermore, optimization affects your filter's discoverability, as effects that perform well receive better placement in Instagram's galleries. Mastering these technical skills separates hobbyists from professional AR creators who consistently get their work approved and featured, ultimately reaching larger audiences and creating more impactful augmented reality experiences. Essential asset requirements and technical specifications form the backbone of successful AR filter approval on Instagram through Spark AR Beta. These requirements encompass file formats, size limitations, performance metrics, and quality standards that Meta enforces to ensure smooth user experiences across diverse devices and network conditions. Understanding these specifications is crucial because even the most creative filter will be rejected if it doesn't meet platform standards, potentially wasting weeks of development time. The significance of adhering to these requirements cannot be overstated. Instagram processes millions of AR filter submissions, and automated systems initially screen submissions for technical compliance before human reviewers assess creative elements. Filters that exceed the 4 megabyte file size limit, drop below 30 frames per second on target devices, or use prohibited assets are automatically rejected. This gatekeeping ensures that approved filters won't drain users' batteries, consume excessive data, or crash on older devices, maintaining Instagram's reputation for quality experiences. Consider a beauty filter that adds virtual makeup. The creator must optimize textures to stay within memory limits while maintaining visual appeal, use approved face tracking features, and ensure the filter loads quickly, even on 3G connections. Another example involves a branded game filter where users catch falling objects. This requires careful polygon count management for 3D assets, efficient animation compression, and performance testing across device tiers to maintain that critical 30 FPS threshold. Industry professionals consistently emphasize that technical optimization often determines approval, success more than creative brilliance. Many developers recommend building with constraints in mind from day one, rather than optimizing afterward, as retrofitting can compromise the original vision or require complete rebuilds. Challenges arise particularly with balancing visual quality against performance requirements. Creators often struggle with compression artifacts when reducing file sizes or sacrificing intricate details to meet polygon limits. The constantly evolving specifications also pose difficulties, as updates to Spark AR Studio sometimes introduce new restrictions or deprecate previously acceptable techniques. These technical requirements directly influence every other aspect of AR filter creation, from initial concept development through testing phases. They dictate which creative ideas are feasible, inform asset creation workflows, shape optimization strategies, and ultimately determine whether filters reach Instagram's vast user base. Mastering these specifications early accelerates the approval process and establishes a foundation for creating multiple successful filters efficiently. Understanding asset optimization for Instagram AR filters. Asset optimization is the critical process of preparing and refining your digital files to meet Instagram's technical requirements, while ensuring your AR filter performs smoothly across various devices. This involves compressing textures, reducing polygon counts in 3D models, and streamlining animations to create filters that load quickly and run without lag or crashes. The significance of proper asset optimization cannot be overstated, as it directly determines whether your filter passes Instagram's review process and provides users with a positive experience. Poorly optimized assets lead to rejection, slow performance, and frustrated users who quickly abandon glitchy filters. Consider a beauty filter that adds virtual makeup. If the texture files for the lipstick and eyeshadow are too large, the filter might take 10 seconds to load or cause the app to freeze on older devices. By compressing these textures from 2048 by 2048 pixels down to 512 by 512 pixels, without visible quality loss, you maintain visual appeal while dramatically improving performance. Similarly, a filter adding 3D sunglasses might initially use a model with 50,000 polygons. Optimizing this down to 5,000 polygons makes the filter accessible to users with mid-range smartphones while still looking polished. Many developers argue that aggressive optimization requires sacrificing visual quality, creating tension between artistic vision and technical constraints. Some creators believe Instagram's file size limits are too restrictive, forcing compromises that diminish their creative expression. However, industry professionals counter that optimization is a skill that separates amateur creators from professionals, and clever techniques like normal mapping can simulate detail without adding geometry. The challenges extend beyond technical specifications. Different devices have varying processing capabilities, so a filter that works perfectly on an iPhone 13 might struggle on a 3-year-old Android device. This creates an ongoing debate about minimum device support requirements. Asset optimization directly influences every other aspect of filter development. It affects your design choices from the initial concept stage, determines which features you can include, impacts user retention rates, and ultimately decides your filter's success. Mastering optimization early prevents costly revisions later and establishes efficient workflows that benefit all your future projects. Understanding these principles before submission significantly increases approval chances and creates better experiences for your audience.